Today, we're doing our too soon tier list for winter 2026. All right, you could call it a mid-season tier list. So this is not a mid-season for anime. All right, let me know what you think down in the comments. Where would you put your anime in a tier list? Like the video, subscribe to the channel. You'll find even more on Patreon. Let's do this thing. Okay, so here we go. This is the tier list, all right? This is the way that we're rating it, okay? We got your standard letters, S, A, B, C, and then dropped. I don't think that there's necessarily any mid anime, and where there are, what do? I drop them. So we got a dropped category for everything that I think is kind of mid. I've also put a word next to it. If you need a word to define it, okay? Like, oh, this is peak, it's the best. This is great, I really love it. This is good, I really like it. This is fine, you know, I'm enjoying it, I guess. Okay, cool, good. Let's do this thing. And we're gonna start off with Trigun. Trigun Star Glaze, as I call it, because every time I try to say gaze, it just says glaze. I don't know why, but my brain just wants to say glaze. So it's Trigun Star Glaze, gaze, whatever. Pretty interesting, but mid-season, there was a lot of early stuff kind of getting this man Vash back in shape so he could participate in the actual anime. So the first few episodes were like, okay. But more recently, it has picked up a lot. In fact, the last like 2, maybe even 3 episodes, kind of fire. So for me, I think initially, and I might change this to great because it's teetering on that AB for me personally. I do think it could end up much better towards the end of the season, which, oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna do a season tier list at the end of the season as well, when it's all said and done. Right now, this is just halfway. For me, I'm gonna put it in B right now. It's good. I think it'll get much better. But again, the early episodes were like, what are we doing? Obviously, no Vash. I want to see the shooty pow pow. Now, there's a great story here. It's very interesting that we've got the colony coming, or the people from Earth or whatever coming. That's interesting. Nye's still up to his shit. It's still really interesting, but it did have some sleeper moments. I'm going good for Trigun Stargaze. So far, halfway in the season. Darwin Incident. Now, the Darwin Incident, the biggest issue I have with the Darwin Incident is how fake American it is. That's my biggest issue with the show. It takes place in America. This shit ain't America. Now, some aspects are, like last episode, there was a pool booting. You know what I mean? So that's very American. The world doesn't have pool bootings, but I mean, some maybe, some countries, I don't know. But America, we got pool bootings like crazy. Unfortunately, that's like the worst part, but there's a lot of shit in it that's like fake American. Like these fake philosophical like conversations they have, motherfuckers are not having these fake philosophical conversations. The racism and speciesism or whatever, that's pretty American, I will say. It's pretty American. So like the most recent episode was insane. It was truly insane. If you were saying just based on the most recent episode, peak. The most recent episode was peak. But if we're judging the thing as a whole, it has very intriguing elements. It is extremely interesting for sure, but it is lacking in some areas. And honestly, it takes me out. As an American, they're trying to do it in America. Some of the moments, some of the things that they do really take me out of like the immersion. I understand it's fiction, right? We don't have fucking monkey people walking around. No offense to Charlie. That's just me personally. So for me, I'm probably gonna go low great. I think there are other things that we're watching this season that are greater than Darwin Incident. And I think that Darwin Incident, had it not been for that new episode, I think it would be high good. I really do think it would be more good than great. But I think the newest episode was like, holy shit. Like, I can't wait to see what happens in the next one, in episode 7 or whatever. Next up, JJK Jujutsu Kaisen, which has been peak. All right, if I am a shonen slop enjoyer, I can also enjoy peak shonen, all right? Because there is a difference between shonen slop and peak shonen. Don't get me started on this. I will go about it forever. This is peak shonen. This is not shonen slop. It's fire. Amazing fights. Intriguing story that we're dealing with. This arc is so interesting. Truly very interesting. Where we're dealing with the culling game, right? We finally entered into these zones. Very, very interesting. Colonies, that's what it was, colonies. Really interesting. We're seeing a lot of different abilities, which is cool. We're seeing a lot of action. Bro, I wanna see Hakari in action. I wanna see fucking Yuta in action. I want to see the people that have abilities we've never seen before in action. I want to see Yuji popping off like he did last episode. I want to see Megumi popping off. I want to see all the action. I want to see this story progress. There's so many interesting elements we haven't touched on. Gojo's not around, so the GOAT ain't around, but I know that they're trying to get him out. It's just awesome. I love it. It's peak, and if you disagree, that's fine. I don't care. JJK's peak. Tune into the Midnight Heart. I dropped this shit. I don't think it's that good. All right. First of all, it has a lot of the standard elements we've seen time and time again within these harem anime. So I don't really give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck about the harem anime. And also, apparently it's a bad adaptation, which makes sense because I can see it. It just don't really look all that good. There's some nice voice acting here and there, but outside of that, like the music's not crazy. The visuals are not that crazy. And to be honest, for me, the story's not that crazy. It is not hooking me. It's mid. I dropped it. And maybe the manga's great, but this is an anime, not the manga. Vigilantes Season 2. Now, Vigilantes Season 2 has definitely had some intriguing elements, some big reveals that I think are really cool and I want to get more of. But so far, and the best thing so far for me in Vigilantes has been this most recent episode where we're dealing with the Eraser Pass. That is really interesting. And I want more of that stuff. But maybe that's because it's kind of crazy that the thing that I've liked so far the most through this season is the My Hero Academia stuff, more so than the Vigilantes stuff. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Where it's dealing with Eraser and these characters that existed in My Hero Academia and were kind of brought in, used in Vigilantes. That's not a good, I think, in my opinion, show for the series. I think it's good so far. Probably kind of edging out Trigun, maybe not, I don't know. I think that it's in this realm somewhere. It's around the same level as Trigun, in my opinion. It's good. It's good. Next up, You and I Are Polar Opposites. Has been peak. I mean, it really, truly has been peak. I enjoy these characters so much, and they're so different. Each individual is very unique. They are not like a copy pasta same character the entire time, which is so fucking annoying. I think the show it's been peak, man. Every single episode I love. I love the interactions between Tani and Suzuki. I love learning more about Tyra. I love Yamada's the GOAT. We love Yamada. And as we continue to learn about these characters and see how different they are and learn how interested they are in their polar opposites and learn about their past and learn about their personalities and how their personalities interact with one another and, insecurities of characters. And it's just good. It's just a really great freaking romance. My favorite romance that we're currently watching. Next up, Oshi no Ko. Oshi no Ko, also peak. Oshi no Ko has been peak this season. It has been so fucking great, man. There's so many interesting things. Seeing the dark starring gun version of Ruby as Ruby continues to grow into like this more evil, sinister side of herself, manipulating things, learning from the former head of the agency as she continues to make a name for herself, to stand out amongst everyone else. And what Kana's getting into next, oh my God. I'm so worried for Kana. Akane is already like, she's aware that Aqua is not aware of his situation, though he just became aware of it. It's going to get back on track where Aqua's gonna go badass again, dark starring gun unlocked, gonna have to get his revenge. We now have seen the father. We know that motherfucker's behind a lot of shit. We gotta get that motherfucker. It has been great. I have absolutely loved this show. I love Oshi no Ko. Through halfway, it has been peak. Halfway into Chain Soldier. I'll be honest with you, it's fine. For me, it's basically just been fan service. Outside of the stuff with the Ozma family and like introduce some more people, there's like not really been a lot of progress story-wise. It's mostly just been titties. Yeah, it's fine. It's just a horny show at the moment. And maybe we open up the story more because some people talk about how great the story is. It's kind of crazy. I haven't really thought about it being great, but that's just me. It's fine. Next up, Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. Is definitely opening up the world more of the stuff with the Batman, and the Spider-Man, more of the characters, more training, more growing. But to be honest, I think that so far it's been good. Might be the best of the goods, which is crazy because the animation for it is not good. It's been pretty rough. But yeah, I just enjoy it, man. I don't know what to tell you. The music's great, love that. But the animation is like, We've gotten fights here and there, but I think they could be better. So for me, I think it's been good. Sentenced to be a hero is extremely interesting. Dare I say, peak. It has been peak. I do think so. I think so. I feel like it could teeter on the great to peak line. It could be high great. I think that it is better than Darwin, but I think I'm gonna put it in the peak category. I think so. And I might move it down. We might move it down to great, but I think it has been, at the very least, it has been great for sure. I think that it has really, really interesting elements that when you really like start to think about it can be extremely intriguing, obviously. As we continue to learn more about the characters, as we continue to learn more about our king, as we continue to learn about Sav and Venetim and Xylo and Teorita and Tatsuki, like there's just Tatsuki? Tsubaki. No, Tatsuki. It's really interesting, for sure. The characters, and especially with the new theory, Tatsuya, fuck me, dude. What has really interested me, I think that this would have been great. I'm not gonna lie to you, it would have been great had we not come up with this more recent theory in the last episode, where that motherfucker that seems like he's aligned with this sect of humanity that wants to fuck over humanity by assisting the Demon Lord, I don't know how much he's aligned with them. I think he might be a good guy. And that theory, I think, really bumped up how I feel about this, because that would be crazy. He made them all into heroes because he saw the advantages that they all had. He's like putting together a super team. That's really intriguing. I'm really enjoying the story. And so that's why, again, I put it in the S tier, the peak tier. But again, like I could maybe put it at the top of the A's. Right now, I'm gonna leave it at the bottom of the peaks. I think I like the other ones more than Sentenced to be a Hero at the moment, halfway into the season. Next up is To Your Eternity, which has been fine because honestly, there hasn't even been an episode for like 2 weeks, maybe 3. All right, so it's kind of lacking there. And honestly, with the show, like, yes, it has its moments, but it's fine. I don't really have a ton to say. I'm kind of like less on the To Your Eternity train with so many other great things airing, in my opinion. So I don't really have a lot to say on this one. Genosha actually just wrapped up, I think, the main story, but there is still a lot left. And I think that it has been great. I really do. I think that Genosha's been great. We've got 3 episodes left, and it's really intriguing to see what they do with 3 more episodes after they literally like finished off the storyline. It feels like there's an additional mystery, which I find so interesting. I can't wait to play the game. It's been awesome. Absolutely awesome. It has been great. It's just shy of the peak category, I think. It's kind of similar, I'd say, to Sentenced to be a Hero, how I feel, where I'm like kind of teetering on the peak and great. But if I had to lean one way, I'd probably lean towards greats, just for these like roughly 6 episodes that we've had. Next up, Shiba Yugi. Now, Shiba Yugi, I think direction has been phenomenal. It looks so different from everything else we're watching. It is very interesting and very enjoyable. I put it in great category. It does have its moments where it's like trying to, I don't know, rely on vibes, aura, where it kind of just like is so slow. Nothing is fucking happening. I'm just watching them do nothing. And when those moments happen, I'm just like, huh? And I think that those moments are what holds it back. But there are also great moments for the story where you're seeing characters have to make decisions, where you're seeing the true nature of characters. And it's all death games too. So it's like, it's literally life or death. And in those moments, it really shines. But again, I think the direction, the uniqueness of the show should be credited. It can be very slow, and like, I'm sitting there staring at something for a minute and nothing's happening. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Frieren. You guys know how I feel about Frieren. If you watch my Frieren reactions, you see me talk about it constantly. I cannot stop yapping about this show. I absolutely love it, even with the shit I said during the most recent episode where I wanted Frieren to blow up the world because everyone fucking took me so seriously. Like, a motherfucker can't just express how he feels. Like, I can't just lash out a little bit. I can't just be a little hyperbolic. I can't be a little exaggerative, a little over the top. Y'all want me to be like completely confined to reality when we're watching shows about fantasy? That shit's not even, these motherfuckers doing magic and shit. Let me be a little over the top. Let me be a little eccentric. Let me show my own personality. Let me tell you all how it's good that I don't have superpowers, because if a motherfucker tried me, I'd blow him up. I don't give a fuck. Now, I realize that's not who frieren is. I know that. And I love this story for who frieren is, for who Stark is, who Fern is, the journey, the growth, the understanding, the juxtaposition, the overlay of this current journey with the previous journey. It's phenomenal. The vibes of the show, the beauty of it, the world that we watch and see, how well developed it is, the stories of the characters. It is absolutely phenomenal, even when I do fucking crash out a little bit. And this is like the first, I think this might be like maybe the first time I've ever crashed out dealing with frieren. And it's only because literally the writer, the way that scene, that whole thing was written, the guy could have handled it differently. The current lord of the manor, he could have literally handled it in a different way that would have been so much easier to digest for me personally. Frieren is absolute peak. It is maybe the best thing that we're watching at the moment. It deserves to be at the top of this S tier. It is phenomenal. Phenomenal show. Next up is Medalist, which only started a couple of weeks ago. It's been 4 episodes, I think, right? I think it's like a 9-episode season or some shit. So we're like basically halfway into the season. And that most recent episode was of Medalist. Holy peak, dude. I might even put it over JJK. I don't know how to feel. It has, that most recent episode was fucking phenomenal, bro. You know that feeling you got watching Haikyuu when you didn't know anything about volleyball, and then you see them do some crazy volleyball shit and you're like, God damn, volleyball is so cool. This is the hypest shit I've ever seen, and they're playing volleyball. No offense to volleyball, but that's how we felt. Most of us, I think, right? This isn't like a sport that we're all aware of. The volleyball, we're like, holy shit, volleyball's amazing. This is insane. That feeling that you felt, that's how this new episode of Medalist was, but with little girls ice skating. It's fucking figure skating. And that new episode was insane. It was peak. It was phenomenal. I absolutely loved it. The first episode of the season was kind of sleepy. I'm not gonna lie. It was like, all right, nothing's gonna happen. But episode 2, 3, 4, fire. Especially episode 4. Phenomenal. I cannot wait to see what else happens. I can't wait for the All Japan. That episode was insane. The hype carrying so hard as we see the growth of Inori, as we see the growth of kind of everyone, and the challenges that these kids are facing to get to the point that they're at. I love this shit, man. S, peak. A peak season so far. Next up, Tamon's B-side. And this is where we're gonna get controversial because y'all are not gonna agree with me here, but it's been good. It's been good. I know you don't like that. I know that you don't like that I said it's been good. I know you want me to put it in grade or put it in peak or something, and we have different tastes in shows. For me, it's been good. I enjoy it, you know? But yeah, it's somewhere in this good category, man. I don't know. I don't know. Just the constant, like, I think what really, like, holds me back is this idol fucking on a pedestal stuff. And it just, like, it really takes me out of things. Girl, does your dumbass not recognize that this motherfucker loves you? How do you not recognize it? Why do you not recognize that he loves you? What are you doing? This motherfucker loves you, and you love him. Stop with this whole, oh, no, I can't love him because he's for all of us. Get that shit out of here, bro. A motherfucker can have feelings. I don't know. So that shit just really, like, really takes me out of it a lot. I like the characters, though a lot of them are pretty tropey. Yeah, it's good. It's good. You know, fuck. I don't know. As I'm saying it, the way that I just said, yeah, it's good, almost makes me feel like, yeah, it's fine. I think it's better than fine. I do. I think when I really think about it, I think that especially the interactions between the difference. I like the differences in the way that characters are presented between their, you know, the way society sees them and the way that they truly act. I think the comedy can hit at times. The animation's great. I like the music for the most part. I'm gonna leave it in good. I think so. All right, next up, Hell's Paradise. Hell's Paradise for me has been great. Truly great. Somewhere in here, I don't know if it's above or below Genosha. It's been great. I like it more than Shiba Boogie. I like it more than Darwin's Incident. Again, that new episode of Darwin Incident really carrying, it's hard to like separate just the new episode from the rest of it. I think a lot of the show's been like pretty good, That new episode has been fire. That was fire, dude. It was crazy. So for Darwin Incident, like, I gotta remember that, like, I can't just judge it based on the new episode. I kind of judge it as a whole with some of the, like, fucking not American that it is, and, like, harder to, like, believe stuff, even though I understand it's supposed to be kind of like a sci-fi. Anyways, back to Hell's Paradise. Hell's Paradise, I've loved this new season so far. It has been crazy. It's only going to get crazier from this new episode. And, like, maybe there's a tiny bit of bias that is kind of making me push it higher up because that new episode was wild, even though I don't think Gabby died. Like, what are we talking about? The motherfucker's not gonna die. We're halfway through the series. What are we talking about? He's not dying. It's ridiculous. The explanation of Tao I thought was really, really interesting. And the interactions between characters. Gabby Maru coming back. You know, the fact that the rest of these Yamada are coming, the Yamada Asaimon are coming, and also the ninjas, like, it's gonna get insane. Insane. It's gonna get so insane. I'm so excited. And I think that by the end of the season, it's gonna go higher for sure. Golden Kamuy! You guys know I love Golden Kamuy. And yes, I'm biased. And that's why it's been peak. That's why Golden Kamuy has been peak, dude. That whole Sapporo beer run has been fire. The most recent stuff that we found out with Tsurumi and everything, fire, dude. Tsurumi's fucking insane. I cannot wait for the rest of the season. It has been fucking awesome. The interaction with Botaro and Shiraishi, I really like that as well. Yeah, just overall, man, I just love Golden Kamuy. It is fucking phenomenal. And I know it doesn't look like JJK. I know JJK looks so much better than Golden Kamuy, but god damn it, Golden Kamuy, out of everything on the list, if we're going strictly comedy, it is blowing everything out the water. Strictly comedy. Easily beating everything on strictly comedy. It is fucking hilarious. It is action-packed. I love the characters. I love the story. I love how weird it is, bro. Oh my god, this shit is, like, just phenomenal. I loved it, and I'm putting it over to JJK. I'll be honest with you. I love JJK too, but you guys don't understand what this show means to me, dude. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. And it don't even got that much comedy this season. Nah, I'd argue it's pretty similar to, like, previous seasons. Maybe a little less, but it's definitely got its fair share of comedy for sure. It has, no, you know what? It has taken a much more serious tone as we're, like, getting toward the end. That is fair. That is fair. But I mean, it's just so good, dude. It is so fucking good, dude. Next up, let's talk about Fire Force, which I kind of want to put it in peak too. It's been fucking insane, dude. There's been some crazy shit happening in Fire Force this season. If I was being honest with you, it has been kind of crazy. I have enjoyed this new season of Fire Force a ton. I think so. I think I gotta also put it in peak. I think so. I really do. Fire Force's new season has been fire, dude. And I'm not even forcing it into S. Like, it belongs there. It deserves to be in the S tier. It has been fucking awesome. Just all the episodes are so interesting. The world completely changing as Idola, like, closes in is just so cool. And seeing the fucking fights and, like, the powers and the fact that Arshista, you know what I mean, has her own powers that are fucking, like, it's just so good. It's just so good. So good. Next up, Fate Strange Fake. For this halfway point in this season of Fate Strange Fake, there's a lot of things that I don't really understand as I'm watching the show. I think that my overall Fate knowledge is lacking. And so as a result, yeah, it's still a fucking S tier. It's still an S tier. This shit is fire. I know that there's so many things that I do not understand with this show. I know that. But guess what? I watch it on stream and I have my chat cover my ass. Thank you, chat. You're like a pair of underwear, the way you cover my ass. Because you're like a fucking t-shirt, the way you got my back. Truly. You're like, you know how those lifters lift really, really heavy weights and they put on those belts? That's you. This is you, chat. This is literally you, chat. Y'all got my fucking back, bro. I gotta lift, chat. I gotta fucking lift. I gotta really get in there. I don't know where the hole is. That's what she said. He said. Animation, fire. Music, fire. Action, fire. The characters, I love them. It has been fucking phenomenal. And I'll be honest with you, if I didn't watch this show on stream, it would probably be in the great tier because there would be a lot more that I don't understand. I mean, I do believe that there's a lot I do understand. I don't want to like completely take away my credit, but I think that you guys do assist me a lot, and I appreciate that. If you guys want to watch the Fate streams live and not be a spoiling dickhead, then please, by all means, join us on Saturdays. And finally, we get to the end of this season, where we talk about Journal with Witch, the best show that I am currently watching. I stuttered because it's so hard for me to say when frieren is also airing, and I love frieren so much. It's so hard for me to say this, but Journal with Witch is fucking phenomenal. It is absolutely amazing. It is so real. It is so well written. And it is truly it's not like these other shows that I'm watching. It is a coming of age, slice of life drama. Now it is technically slice of life because this is kind of like a slice of the life, right? You know? But it's not a cute girls doing cute shit slice of life that we're used to. It is far more drama centric. It is more drama than anything, though I do believe we need to throw a coming of age tag into this because there is a lot of elements of the show that are very, very, very coming of age as Asa finds herself and understands the world around her in this like fucking crazy time that she's living in. Shit, even Makio is going through a lot to have to understand this world that she's living in. Journal with Witch, it is real, it is dramatic, it is emotional, and if you can appreciate those elements of shows, if you can appreciate how emotional a show is, if you can appreciate how dramatic a show can be, if you can appreciate the complexities of relationships and how different people are. People are so very, very different. You and me, we are different people. What makes you who you are is not what makes me who I am. Whatever my neurodivergence is different from whatever yours is. The intricacies of me as a person might be impossible for you to understand, or it might be much easier for you to understand. You might be able to relate to it, you might not. And that is something that is like so ingrained in what Journal with Witch is. And I think that as we continue to see Makio understand her sister, like I've said multiple times throughout the show, as we watch, I will be broken emotionally by this show. Because like nothing hits me harder than a missed opportunity to understand the people that you love. And to not even get that chance is just heartbreaking for me. And I don't want to cry, so I'm gonna stop talking about it. But the show is fucking phenomenal. If you like dramatic shows, if you're okay with something being real, give it a shot, okay? If that's not what you're into, if you don't like drama like that, you want to escape reality or whatever, you're probably not going to enjoy the show. I'll be honest with you. You're probably not going to enjoy the show. It's not going to be for you because it's going to be a little too real. Maybe. Or maybe not for you. I don't know. But I absolutely love it. It is the best show that I'm currently watching. I don't know about the I'd argue it's not close. Whimsy said best show. I'd argue it's not close. I don't know if I'd argue it's not close. Truly. frieren is fucking phenomenal. It's so hard for me to say it's not close. I am highly, highly biased towards Golden Kamuy. Other motherfuckers don't even want to watch the show. I'm highly biased to Golden Kamuy. So I don't know if I could say it is not close. I'm also biased to JJK, which has been fucking action-packed and phenomenal. Bruh, the Maki episode was so fucking well done. It is, and again, I know that like, there's been, you know, people not feeling that way about the Maki episode, but I completely disagree. I think it was fucking phenomenal. This most recent episode of Medalist, crazy. Like, there are just so many great things about these shows, but I do believe that Journal with Witch just connects to me as a person far more than these other shows in a way that like oftentimes frieren does. Frieren oftentimes does connect to me because it has those themes that I just like lock onto. And when those moments are happening in frieren, I think that those are some of the best moments, truly, in the entire show. It's not like the fights and shit. It is those moments where I just connect with emotionally and like can understand. And that's what this show, Journal with Witch, is, very much so. Anyways, that's my tier list. That's how I do it. You know, at worst, I might knock this down, and maybe this down. Maybe. At worst, it might be like this. Darwin, maybe? It's so hard for me to knock down Darwin after that new episode, bro. I'll be honest with you. It's so hard. And I know that's such a recency bias, but it's so hard. This is probably maybe somewhere around how I'd feel. I think this is the most realistic. I think this is the most realistic how I feel, I think. I do believe that this is gonna look completely different by the end of the anime season. I mean, I do believe that These are going to stay S tier. Yes, I think that these will stay S tier. I think that this could end S tier, and who knows what else can end higher up. But I think this is a more accurate way that I would say this season is. Yeah. This is good. This is my tier list. All right. This is how I feel about it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. What's your favorite anime this season? Give Journal with Witch a try if you think that you would be interested in what I described to you. Please do, because it is fucking phenomenal. I think it deserves more eyeballs. It deserves more love. These are the S tiers here. Journal with Witch, frieren, Golden Kamuy, JJK, Fate Strange Fake, Medalist, You and I Are Polar Opposites, Oshinoko, and Fire Force. A tiers. Sentenced to be a Hero, Genosha, Hell's Paradise, Shiba Yugi, the Darwin Incident. B tiers, good stuff. These are good. Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider, and the newest season of My Hero Academia Vigilantes. And then we got the C tier stuff, the things I think are fine. Trigun Stargaze, Tamon's B-side, Chain Soldier, and To Your Eternity. Trigun, I mean, I even put it up higher. I don't know. It's kind of like really teetering. And then, of course, I dropped Maya Naka-Hartoon because, meh. And that's it, man. That's how I feel. If you disagree, let me know how you disagree. If you agree, let me know why you agree. What are your favorites? How do you feel? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Click the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Till next time, make sure you all keep it fresh. Peace.